Hello, Chastity Snowden, FLA movement. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I'm trying to go live, not only here, but also trying to go live on Instagram and on Facebook at the same time. Let's see how this works. Let's fix the hair, of course. Hey, Eric. I am just making sure this is going live on is holiday stuff. Hopefully it's going live right now also on Facebook, so I wanted to do it just both places. Just makes it easier if I do it at the same time. So I'm Chastity Snowden. If you follow me, you might know me. You might not. Maybe you just opened up a live video and IG was freezing. That's okay. I'm sure I look goofy when it freezes, but no big deal. If you have questions, just ask. And one of the things I wanted to talk about is how the holidays affect so many people with food and how to handle that. So that way I can give you guys some tips and also just direct you guys to a couple places to help. Because for me, I was 20 years struggling with eating disorders and struggling with bulimia and withholding food or season of over-exercising. Every time I would eat, I would think I needed to do that. I engaged in, taking diuretics, whatever it was. I was constantly trying to find a new way. All the fad diets over 20 some odd years, I tried them all. And that's why I'm passionate about teaching nutrition and education around nutrition, because I have utilized the education to free my mind of all of the rules that I've learned about food that supposedly were going to get me to my goal and keep me there. And that's why I developed the Foundations formula, because I truly think that our body is where we all need to start, not only physical, but mental, emotional, and then everything else kind of goes in a good place once you work on that. Most of the time we focus on everything else: our house, our finances, our friends, our family, our kids, our husband, our wife. And we wonder why we feel horrible, especially during the Christmas, Hanukkah, holiday, Thanksgiving season. We pour out more than we're taking in. And we haven't taken the year to develop habits to take care of our own bodies. So if you guys have questions, I'm not sure whether, I think the questions on Instagram will come up. I can see those, but I think I can see these on Facebook to my right over here. So I'm new to that. So if you can't hear me or if something's going wrong, just let me know. Also, I want to give you guys some hints, and I'll just go ahead and pop some stuff in here just to give value and let you guys know that you're not the only one struggling. I think we constantly run during this season, and we don't ever slow down long enough to create something that makes us feel like we've actually had a break. So then we start the new year very disconnected and in pain and financially, emotionally, mentally, instead of feeling like we've actually had time off. So some of the things, and what people don't realize a lot of times, is that what they can do is actually free. You don't have to pay for coaching necessarily in order to change your habits or change things. There's a ton of free things that can change your health. The problem is most of the time, anything that you're doing that's free, it doesn't feel like you're doing anything to actually help your body and help yourself. You actually feel like it's not that big of a deal, because a lot of times when you're like, oh, I'm going to prioritize my sleep, and I'm going to make sure I get 8 hours of sleep no matter what through December. I'm going to get in bed around the same time, wake up at the same time. Like, that's free. That would make you feel completely amazing. The problem is that you are usually, hi, Mike. I hope you have a good Christmas too. The problem is that most people, when they try to make changes to their body, or they try to make changes to their health, their mindset is more toward, I want to transform my body right now. Why is it not happening right now? Now. And all of the things that you do in order to transform your body, when you do them slowly over time and you create a permanent lifestyle change, then you don't have to think about it anymore. You don't have to think about, should I drink water or should I get in bed? Your body starts to do those natural habits, just like brushing your teeth. Hopefully all you guys are brushing your teeth. So the hints that I wanted to give you through the holidays, and if you guys have questions about holiday stuff, let me know. And I'm a little sniffly because I'm not used to cold weather. I'm used to being in Florida, and now I'm up right now in Georgia, Tennessee area, and it is freezing cold up here. But I heard it's freezing in Florida too. So the top habits, if these things are not developed in your life, that it would be great for you to develop. Sleep is by far one of the most important things you can do to transform your body. Sleep throughout the night, don't wake up, figure out all your sleep patterns, figure out the problems, get the dogs out of the bed if they're waking you up, get your husband out of the bed, maybe if he's waking you up, headphones and earplugs, and turn the television off and turn the lights down early, get you some blackout curtains, whatever it is. If you're not sleeping through the night, or if you're not getting enough sleep, or if you struggle to get to sleep, or if you struggle to wake up, all of these things are stuff we work on, but just take one habit this December and work on it. Set an alarm on your phone to get in bed at the same time and wake up at the same time. Just sleep alone, scientifically, your body composition will change if you actually start to sleep from 4 to 6 to 6 to 8 or 7 to 8. Your body composition will change. Your brain fog will go away. You'll have more energy. You'll eat less the next day because you're not actually starving from energy starving. There's a actual study, a medical research journal published on sleep, and it actually tells you that if you don't sleep at 7 or 8 hours, then you're going to eat 300 calories more the next day. So sleep is a habit that you can cultivate. And why don't we sleep more? I don't understand it. Also, why don't we prioritize this as even something that we should talk about with family members, but instead we kind of glorify I didn't sleep. I woke up at 4 a.m. I went to bed late and woke up and I'm grinding through the day. That, we shouldn't glorify that. That's going to take years off your life. So first habit, I would incorporate sleep. If you're struggling with that habit and you can't figure out the problem, inside our Facebook group, we do a lot of conversations around habits, around how to change things. And this is stuff you guys can do on your own. So if this habit is a struggle, then maybe change that first, or jump in our Facebook group and communicate with somebody, or, maybe get a coach and they can help you and work on your sleep. The second habit I would start doing in December, how do I feel about naps during the day? Eric asks. Hey, Eric, it's good to see your name. I can't see your face. Hopefully I can see your face soon. That would be awesome. I'm actually thinking about going down to Orlando. Naps during the day, I think, are great. So while I was training to go to the CrossFit Games, that 5 to 6 year season of going from, I don't know what CrossFit is, to changing gyms every year, and then going to regionals 3 times, and then make it to the CrossFit Games that 4th time. I actually utilize naps a lot in order to get into training sessions. Also, most people I know feel pretty crappy around 3. It's also to do with your cortisol curve, how you're doing your nutrients throughout the day, maybe your sugar's dropping, stuff like that. But if you have the opportunity to take a nap and you're a person that can fall asleep easily and wake up, the research shows it's great. From what I've read from research, it shows about 20 minutes to be a good nap, 20 to 30 minutes. When you start to sleep long enough to get into that deep REM cycle and then you wake up in the middle of it, you kind of feel groggy. But I would play around with that as well. The biggest part about logging food, logging what you're doing, making sure that you're showing up and logging even your sleep, wearing like these watches and stuff to like monitor your sleep. The reason you should monitor things is it's not to be obsessive about it. It's to be aware of what is helping your own body. You live in your body 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So why would you not monitor it? You know, it's kind of like not adjusting your thermostat in your house. You just walk in and be like, well, it's hot and I'm not going to adjust it. No, you would be aware of, my body doesn't feel good in here, therefore I'm going to adjust that. But yet we don't adjust all the stuff that we do to our body, sleep, water, the food that we put in. And then we wonder why we don't feel good. But all of that stuff affects us. So absolutely take naps, Eric. If you have the opportunity to do that and work that in, it's amazing. I actually, during the training, I would use CBD gummies. Now I would use the THC and CBD if I needed them to fall asleep. But I'm one that falls asleep really fast. Like 2 breaths, I'm gone. Mike says the number one way to gain recovery sleep is to stop the reckless partying. I mean, amen to that. True 8 hours a day keeps insomnia at bay. That's funny. Florida's been cold, but back in the high 70s this coming week. Amen. I need to get me some Florida sunshine. But I agree. Like if you're partying and you're drinking, or if you're having that glass of wine to go to bed, remember that is not going to actually help your sleep. Most people think it relaxes them, it helps their sleep, but you sleep chronically worse. You don't get actually deep sleep, and so you're going to be more tired the next day if you are drinking that glass of wine. The other thing, sorry about my sniffles, guys. I normally don't have that because I've taken Juice Plus since 2006, but just the changing of location and all of the fun stuff with family is increasing the stress, which is why I wanted to talk about this. So during the holidays, you don't have to gain 5 to 10 pounds. You actually can lose weight, you can maintain, you can change your body composition. A couple habits we're talking about. The first one was sleep. You want to make sure you get 7 to 8 hours of sleep. The other one is water. These are all free. You just drink more water. And people always ask, what should I drink? We think about half your body weight in ounces, half of your body weight. Now, if you drink 20 ounces a day, don't go to half your body weight in ounces. Just add 10 ounces. Like wake up, chug 8 ounces, and you got an extra 10 in, and then do your day normally. That is how you can add more water to your day. Wake up, if you take your supplements in the morning, take those, and then inch that water up that you drink right in the morning, and then do the rest of your day normal. This is how you can easily change the amount of water that you drink. Don't go from 40 ounces to a gallon. That's actually not going to help you. It's going to make work worse. And I'm just not one to do extreme things, even though, yes, I was an extreme athlete, but I didn't start there. I started as, what's CrossFit? You want me to do what? 50 pull-ups in a workout? They said that on my first workout, and I was like, you people are crazy. At the end, I was doing that like no big deal. At the beginning, I was doing jumping pull-ups. So remember, guys, don't get in this crazy hurry. Use this holiday season to develop habits and enjoy that development and monitor what you're doing so that you can see if you're improving or not. And monitor it, just like write it down. So the second habit, water, it can literally change your weight immediately. I mean, that's how you do water fasts. You want to lose 10 pounds? Do a water fast. Not like a fast and only drink water, which is actually great too for your gut. But I mean, like, do a water thing that you would do. I can't think right now, but do a thing that you would do like for making weight. So you do something where you drink like 2 gallons a day for like 3 or 4 days. Then you cut off water for 24 hours and you lose like tons and tons of weight. And that's just because you overfill your body with water and then you take it all away and your body goes, and the water that you overfill for like 3 or 4 days kind of like makes you go to the bathroom more, and it's not as painful to drink more rather than drink none. Sleep, water. What else do we need to do during the holidays that would make an amazing habit? That would be movement. Now, most of the people I work with actually don't work out, which is kind of funny. Most people I work with, most people, if they start with me, they're like, well, I don't want to do CrossFit. I used to be well known as like a CrossFit person. I haven't done CrossFit in years. One, because of the mold poisoning, but also, and then the concussion, and because of mold poisoning, and probably from the handstand push-ups, I had chronic migraines. And then I also was diagnosed with trigeminal neuralgia. So had a lot of headaches. So I didn't do CrossFit for a while. And a lot of people I work out with and work with, they don't work out. They focus on their food first and their body composition starts changing. Then they add the workout. But during the holiday season, focus on a workout. And a workout doesn't have to be crazy. I work out, just did one with a group right here, beside the bed, in front of the tree and all this other stuff. Like, I just, did a quick workout. Grab some dumbbells off Amazon. Grab some bands off Amazon. If you're curious as to what to grab, I can send you some links, the stuff that I use that's awesome. Also, right now, everybody's selling all their stuff on Marketplace. Maybe you can grab something cheap. So get a workout in. The workout, no, there's not a perfect workout. You just want to do what you enjoy, and you want to do it inside of what works with your life. If it takes an hour to get to a gym, or 35 minutes, or traffic, or whatever, and then it takes that long to get home, and then you try to work out for 30 to 45 minutes, and then sit in the sauna, and then you have to come home, and then you have to meal prep, and of course you don't have time. I'm 43. I'm going to be 44 in a few days, in December 14th. So my life is busy too, and I don't go to a gym right now. Now, eventually I would like to go back to a gym just because I need heavier weights, which I'm actually going to purchase to have at home. But I have quite a bit of muscle. Like, yes, I built that muscle inside of a gym with a lot heavier weights, but I'm maintaining it by lifting lighter weights and eating tons of protein, amino acids, and enough calories to maintain that weight. And I've actually put a couple pounds of muscle on, even while traveling, even during stress, because of the way that my food is structured and just doing regular workouts at home. And my workouts aren't hard, guys. So when you look at what could I add during this holiday season as a workout, just do one body part at a time and make it easy. Do, biceps on Monday, shoulders on Tuesday, Wednesday do glutes, Thursday do back, another day do triceps. So just pick a body part, 2 to 3 exercises. Like, you literally can Google it and be like 2 to 3 exercises for that body part, and then just do that and do 2 to 3 sets of 8 to 10. Or start with 2 sets of 8 to 10, and then go to the next week, go to 2 sets of 10 to 12. And then if you can, the next week, go to 2 sets of 12 to 15. Now, if that's super easy, or if it's super hard, stay where you are. But if it's super easy, the next week, just add an extra set and go back down to 8 to 10. That's how you would progressively overload. Now, if you're like, man, I don't have time to do even one body part every day, do one day a week or 2 days a week. Do upper body, lower body, one day during the week, upper body on Monday and lower body on Thursday. And then just do one exercise for each body part. And then progressively overload that each week as you add. And do the same program for 8 weeks, 12 weeks, depending on how long it takes you to progressively add reps or add sets. And then add weight. Just keep adding, and so that you keep getting stronger. But it doesn't have to be complicated. Your workout can be 20 minutes, and that's it. And you get an amazing workout. Now, let's say you're like, I don't even know how to do bicep curls. I don't know what these words are that you're talking about. Go to YouTube, and I'm going to create some of these as well for you guys. So go to YouTube, literally turn on and look up 20-minute body weight workout. Or if you have bands at your house, 20-minute band workout, and just do something. And once a week, maybe do some stretching. And if you're like, I don't know how to stretch, go to YouTube and put in stretching. The most important thing is consistency. So these habits that you're developing over the holidays, sleep, water, movement, literally you don't have to do that much. But if you did this every single day, your body would feel so much better. Speaking of movement, another one you can have that would make a big difference is stretching. Most of us sit a lot. If you can stretch and create like a morning routine or a night routine, and inside our company we actually like for people to have morning routine, night routine, you already have a routine, but add in the things that could make life easier. Add in a stretch routine. It doesn't have to be, 20 minutes of waking up and changing clothes and stretching and this whole big thing. It literally can be 5 minutes, just a little stretch. And if you don't know what to do, maybe I'll come on here soon and develop that for you. And you can just do the same stretch every morning or the same stretch every night. So stretching is so important. Stretching, water, movement, and what was the first one that I said? I can't remember. Sleep. Oh, sleep. All right, guys. So the last habit that I think would be great for you guys over the holidays, all of this is free. You can do this on your own. You don't need a coach. The last habit, which everyone hates. Actually, I have a comment over here. I was going to see what Mike's saying. When you're hydrating, someone is toxifying themselves. You have a huge advantage over the alcohol user. Mike, are you drinking a lot of alcohol? You keep talking about alcohol. This is a great thing, especially if you're shopping a lot or going anywhere. Park further away from the building. Park your car down the street from your house. Like stuff like that. And it's just so important. You just get in these habits to where you just naturally move more. Set an alarm on your phone so that if you work all day long, every time the alarm goes off, if the water's the problem, drink some water. If movement's the problem, get up, go walk around, take 10 minutes, do some squats, do some burpees. If, sleeping is an issue, then maybe you set an alarm and you take a nap. So remind yourself throughout the day, whatever habit you're trying to develop, to get that into your, daily life. Alarms can work as accountability, or hire an accountability coach, someone, or get with a friend and you guys develop a habit together over the holidays instead of spending, all of your money and waking up on New Year's Day hating life. So the last habit that is one of the most important habits, in my opinion, it is the habit, and I talked at the beginning of this about my struggle with food and why food is so important to me to educate people and why I'm developing different courses and things. The reason I truly think that people should log their food, take what you're eating and put it into a app. I used to write it on paper and had like a book that I walked around with and like figured out what protein, carbs, and fats were in each food and then weighed it. And it's so easy now, guys. You literally can download an app, scan food, and it goes in and it breaks that food down into protein, carbs, and fats, which equal the calories that you eat. So I will do some videos throughout December about what all of that means, because a lot of people don't know what that means. If you're confused about any of that stuff, I also have a really great resource in all of December, January, and into the next year. Thanks, Damien. Man, let's talk. I haven't talked to you in a while. Into the next year, I'm going to be developing a lot more education, a lot more videos, so that I can put all of that on the YouTube channel. I just feel like education is something that changes people's lives around food. So logging food is that fourth habit that can make a really big difference for you. And people don't want to do it because they think that they're getting put into a cage and it's like, this is the diet I've chosen. But as a person that struggled with bulimia, struggled with eating disorders, struggled with like, I'm not allowed to eat this and all the rules around food. And maybe I'll do a live video in a couple of days about the rules around food and why we don't need them and why we typically need to break them to get you to that next level. So as you're logging food, what you realize is eating a burger can sometimes be the same caloric intake as eating a salad. But for some reason, we emotionally feel better about, oh, well, I did good. I ate a salad. But truly, a salad might not be what you need. A salad might have too much fat in it when you could get a burger that has a lot less fat in there. And instead, now you're actually meeting your macros with a burger that you actually wanted anyway. But maybe you needed the salad that day. So I'm just saying, when you log your food, And the reason I love logging food as a habit for people to develop, especially through the holidays, is simply to become aware about what you're putting in your body without judgment. Also, when you log food before you eat it, it allows you to be in that conscious mind before you put something in your body. And I'm sure all of you guys have had that moment where you're like, oh my goodness, what happened? I just ate a bag of chips. That is when you're eating from the unconscious mind. Also, most of us eat based on emotion. We don't eat based on what our body is telling us. Even hunger can be based on emotion. We think we're starving and really we're thirsty, or we're exhausted, or we're angry, or whatever the other emotion is. So when you log your food, instead of thinking about, I have to be perfect, I have to hit my macros, what are macros, all this stuff, literally just look at what you're putting in your body. You can assess, how does this food make me feel? Do I want to eat all of this? Do I really need 45 Oreos or an entire sleeve of cookies? Because I used to eat all of the cookies, all of the Oreos, all of the pizza or whatever, but I didn't log my food. And so I was bulimic at the time, so I would get rid of it and think it didn't count, but it did. Because whether we count our food or even get rid of it, because we absorb a lot of it in our mouth, the sugar actually can be absorbed inside your mouth and it starts processing. So it doesn't really even matter if you get rid of the bulk of the food or if you take diuretics or take things, to go to the bathroom to flush it out so that you feel smaller. People do this all the time and they don't talk about it. But no matter what, if you actually know and pause and look at the food that you're eating before you eat it, you won't eat as much. And you also, even if you did eat all the food and then log it, you don't have to feel bad about it because it's just food. It's not gonna, you're gonna eat it either way. It's gonna count whether you actually log it or not. So instead of thinking of logging food during the holiday season, people are like, I want to just take off and not do anything. The reason you do that is because this holiday season is going to come around every year. And you're probably going to eat the same foods every year because that's the food that you like. So why not learn how to log that food and also feel, wow, when I eat this, man, that made me feel bad. I didn't know that it made me feel so bad, because when you're eating it, you get all the rush of the chemicals of feeling good, and you remember that, but you don't remember that you ate this pie or whatever, and it actually made your stomach hurt. So logging food, you can actually, write comments. We have things inside the app that I use in order for people to make comments and figure out how food is affecting their body. Not just log your food just to change your body composition, but figure out what makes you feel great, what gives you energy, what are you craving, what are you feeling when you eat that food, what protein, carbs, and fats are in that food. And then also I think it's fun now because I can eat tons of food and change my body composition. I can also eat cookies every day if I want to. I can eat candy every day. And having a past of an eating disorder, I really do. Most people, they don't think that they're like, well, I don't eat like you. And I'm like, how do you know? You have no idea what I eat. I eat candy all the time because that was my comfort. Having tons and tons of, chewy candy was actually my comfort food. But if I take it away and say I can't have something, then that's the one thing that I want. So logging food allows me to have a little bit of something every day that I just am not worried about. And it's no longer about how I feel about myself. It's not my identity, I'm a vegan or I'm a vegetarian or I'm a carnivore or I log my food. It doesn't have anything to do with that. Logging your food is literally about becoming aware of what's going on in your body. So I know this is long, and some people will come and they'll go, but I'm probably going to post this. Hopefully I'll be able to record it. I'll post this on YouTube as well, because what I started with is during the holiday season, it can be super hard. All we're doing is running, spending money, freaking out. And the 4 habits that really, really help people. Thank you, Will. The 4 habits that really help people, that's free. A lot of the apps are free out there. You might not be able to see all the details, but you can log your food you can change your sleep, you can add a little water, and you can move every day. And none of it has to be complicated, but all of that's free. But for some reason, we think we need to get with a fitness professional or a personal trainer or someone to tell you how to do it. And truly, if you're wanting to change your body composition or your health, it is good to get with a professional so that you know exactly what you're doing. But changing habits, you can do that on your own. And you can do it during the holiday season. It's really hard to do because most of the people you're around probably don't engage in the habits you're trying to change. They're probably going to be like, why are you doing that? It's holiday season, take off. But once they wouldn't tell you, like, why are you doing that? Don't shower. Why are you doing that? You shouldn't do your laundry. Why are you, like, brushing your teeth? Why'd you wash your hair today? But these are all just habits that we've done over and over and over again in order to feel good, in order to take care of this. You live in your body all day long, every single day. Why would you put every single thing else in the world before that? Because this is what is actually going to be able to help you give to all the other things. When you take the time to take care of this, you can make more money. You can have a better faith life because your brain works better. You know, you have more time because you cultivate habits that are actually inside of a habit. You don't think about it because you took the time to develop it. You're going to have more time in the world. You're going to be able to travel and have fun. You're going to be able to breathe better. You're going to be a better person in all relationships because you're going to have confidence. You're going to feel good. You're going to be able to communicate with people. You're going to be able to listen to people without judgment because you're not constantly judging yourself. Guys, take the time. Utilize the holidays to just develop habits, to show up and learn some things, and maybe show up in the new year a little bit different. If you want to be a part of the stuff that we're doing, I'm actually running a sale. I'm going to be posting about that. It is going to be the last one that I'm probably ever going to do because I'm finding that people don't show up unless they actually invest. Then something's tangible tied to it. And when they get a discount, they don't show up as well. But I do want to offer something for the end of the year just to get people going. And a lot of times it'll help them move forward at the first of the year a lot better. So look for that. I'll be posting about that. And a part of what I'm also going to do is start doing these live videos on a regular basis because I just feel like the education piece is what will help people change, not just their body composition. Because anybody truly can change your body composition. The issues we have with food is education and mindset recalibration. We need to change the way that we think about food. We need to change the way that we judge people based on what they eat or don't eat or their body composition size or whatever season they're in. And then we need to understand food. For some reason, everybody thinks they're supposed to understand what they're supposed to do with their body, but none of us had nutrition education. None of us have, even doctors don't have nutrition education. But yet, if your sink is broken, you're not going to think, I mean, some people might Google it or like YouTube it, but you're not going to feel bad about yourself if you don't understand how to fix your sink. Like, you're just going to figure out a way to get it fixed. But for our body, it's different. We, for some reason, feel like every conversation I have is, I know what I should be doing, but I'm just not doing it. But maybe they don't. Maybe what they think they're supposed to be doing isn't actually what would get them to their goal long term because they're not doing it because it's not for them. That's why there's a million different diets. It's a million different ways to get to a goal. Everybody has a different goal. Everybody has a different body. But the foundational knowledge and the habits, yes, they are typically the same. But how you move through that and how you fit it into the chaos that is our life is completely different for each person. So just because Sally's doing the shot or so-and-so's doing keto or whatever does not mean that you need to do that. If it doesn't fit into your lifestyle, it's probably not going to work long term. So why do it? And I'll leave you guys with this because I've been talking for a minute. The final thing, the most important thing is most people do not understand that they actually need to fix what's broken. They need to fix their metabolism. They've dieted over and over and over and over, and they don't understand how to fit that into their lifestyle instead of just going extreme and then going off of it. Diet is not an on-off switch. When you create a permanent lifestyle change, you should actually be eating tons of food. You should be eating tons and tons of fun foods. You should be enjoying life. You should have lots of energy, not live inside of a deficit all the time of calories. That is why we in our company start with the metabolism first. We want to build that up. Your metabolism is just like a fire. And if you want it to build, what do you have to do? You got to put something on it. You got to build that metabolism so that you can not just diet and lose weight, but you can thrive, keep that weight off, and then eat tons of food and enjoy your life. So hopefully this helps. Remember the habits to develop during the holidays. Move every day. Drink extra water. Make sure you get in bed. And log your food. Not as a point of like logging to change, but log to figure out what the food is that you're putting in your body and is it serving you. Hopefully this was helpful. If you guys have other questions, send me messages. If you're looking for coaching, jump on in. We've got 7 spots available for December. I'll be dropping that. We're actually doing 50% off for one of our programs in December for 7 people. So whoever jumps in first gets it. So you'll want to go to my website or whatever, or any of these platforms I'm doing the video on, and schedule a call with me. 15-minute call. I do all the calls, and then I have a couple different coaches that work in the company. Zeus and Mike are amazing, and Harry is our wellness coordinator and our community coordinator. So if you want to get in the Facebook group, let me know. Otherwise, y'all have an amazing day, and I'll see you guys live again very soon. So maybe turn on your notifications or go over to that FLA Movement YouTube, and you can get a lot more education. Have a wonderful day, guys. I'm going to see if I can make sure this all right before I turn it off, because why not?